Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer. It has been a while since I did a video and I wanted to do an update on how I'm doing. And to back up, about almost 5 years ago, it was January of 2017, I had VSG surgery. And then in February of 2020, I actually had revision surgery to gastric bypass. Now that was due to really severe acid reflux. And man, I'm sure glad that I did all that stuff because I'm now facing a medical issue that would really kind of prevent me from having future surgeries for that. So I'm very grateful for that. But so let me tell you kind of what's going on with my weight loss first and why I showed meds in my profile pic or in my video pic. It's because I am in a situation where a lot of us get into this where we've worked really, really hard to lose weight, or in our past, we have taken medications that caused us to gain weight. Now, a lot of us have dealt with this. My daughter, for instance, had weight loss surgery about 2 years ago. She had gastric bypass. She had gone from being an average 160 pounds and then ended up going on some medication that caused her to balloon up to 330 pounds. Now, thankfully, she's been able to lose all of that weight due to weight loss surgery. But taking medication that causes weight gain is a very, very real thing. And I am now facing that issue once again. So I had a lot of my weight gain due to very rapid weight gain prior to having surgery, and it was why I ended up having to have weight loss surgery, was because I have very severe thyroid disease. And once I had my thyroid removed, weight just started piling on really fast. I also had a total hysterectomy, and just the change in my hormones, like the low estrogen, everything is sort of snowballed, and then I ended up going up, and my highest weight was ever was 260 pounds, and that's how much I weighed when I started pursuing weight loss surgery. Now, there's certain medications that people that have chronic pain conditions take that unfortunately cause weight gain, and that's medications like gabapentin, Cymbalta, Lyrica. I have now been taking, I had a very severe injury 5 months ago where my dog, Bella, actually my daughter's dog, Bella, bit me, and she broke my arm. And unfortunately, I'm not a lot better from that. I've been off work for 5.5 months now, and I'm still going through treatment, trying to get better. This is my current situation. I have zero function in my right hand. My arm does not fully extend, and I'm having shoulder issues now. So I went from being a very able-bodied, full-time working mid-40s lady, and now I am, I guess, what would be considered differently abled. Because I have no function in my right arm, and I honestly, I don't know if it will ever return. I can now move my fingers about like this. I can move my wrist about this, and that's about it. It's actually a chronic pain condition that I have now called CRPS. I talked about it in my last video. Complex regional pain syndrome, which is basically a big boatload of pain and misery. But the Lyrica that I'm currently on, I was on gabapentin, that really did nothing. And so now I'm on Lyrica. And the problem with these meds is that certain people that take them, though we kind of have to take them for the any hope of pain relief, these are typically given for nerve pain, which is what I have. It causes weight gain, and so I am fighting that tooth and nail. I have gained a few pounds, and then I worked really hard to lose a few pounds. So I'm currently standing at 170 pounds, just basically straight across the board, 170. I had my lowest weight, I believe, was 158, and that was probably, man, now that it's been like 5.5 months since my injury, I would say it was probably been eight months or so since I went down to 158. after starting Weight Watchers. And so that kind of kickstarted my weight loss again. And so I'm just working really hard to eat very low calorie and really control my my intake. I no longer allow any sweets in the house except for like on weekends we might get like a little bit of a treat, but I just have to be very careful not to have it in the house because I'm in the house all day long, and when it's there it just calls to me. So I can't, I know myself. Learning triggers is really important with maintaining weight loss, and for me that's a trigger, is having too good of desserts or too good of just easy snack food. I have had to really kind of change my life a lot since being injured, now that I'm basically living a one-handed life. So I'm relearning how to cook, how to drive. I'm learning, so I am right-handed, and it's my right hand that was affected, my right arm. And so I'm trying to do everything with my left hand. I'm trying to learn how to write with my left hand, which is a lot harder than it might sound. It is, because my whole goal is to get back to work. And even if I have to go one-handed, I have to be able to write quickly. I work in a very fast-paced office, and the work that I do is very detail oriented and very important. And so I need to be able to literally do my job in order to get back there. But right now, I don't know. I might be able to have surgery, possibly, because I now have what's called contracture in my fingers, which basically means my fingers, this joint, the first joint from the hand, it's this one on top. I can't extend my fingers. I can't make a fist. You know, it's not good. And so I can't, literally, because of contracture, I can't go further. And so there might be a surgery. The problem is with CRPS, it could be very triggered by surgery. And so any sort of trauma that happens to me for the rest of my life, like trauma to my body, it could be I stub my toe, or I get a blood draw, or I get a shot, like a vaccine, for instance, or anything, any sort of surgical procedure will forever be a risk for the CRPS from spreading from my arm to a different location. So that's why I say it's sure good that I did that revision surgery when I did, because there's no way I would risk, I wouldn't risk it now. So if I do have the surgery on my hand, it's a huge risk, but it might be one of those things that I have to do. But that's kind of what I really want to talk about, is just, you know, I'm still here. I'm still trudging away, trying to learn, kind of relearn this whole life differently. But I'm a very strong person, but it's definitely taking a toll on me and my family, that's for sure. But, you know, we have to face the things that come upon us that we have no control over. So this is one of those things that I have no control over whatsoever. I'm just doing everything I can. I go to hand therapy and therapy for my elbow and my shoulder. It's just, yeah, I'm a very different person, I suppose, than I was in my in the last 5 years that you guys have maybe seen me on my videos. But I'm still trudging away, and I will try to do my best to keep you guys updated. If you have any questions, please put them down below. I am still kind of battling all the same things that I was before. You know, my iron issues, my thyroid issues. I have to get blood work, which terrifies me to get blood work, but I need to check my iron levels and check all of my, I have my 5-year post-op appointment scheduled for a couple weeks from now. And so I need to do the blood work in order to prepare for that. Because as you know, once you get to a certain number of years post-op, then you start going only once a year to get like all of your nutrition sort of looked at to make sure it's still on track. And I would guess that I'm probably pretty far off right now. I wouldn't suspect that I'm doing all that well in that area, just because my eating habits are so poor. I don't eat a lot. You know, pain doesn't make you hungry, at least for me. It doesn't make me hungry. It makes me not want to really eat. So I'm still drinking my collagen cocos. I will still force myself to have an Atkins shake every once in a while, at least a couple times a week, just to try to get the good nutrition. Yeah, I'm surprised. So my low calories, I'm kind of combating the weight that my body's wanting to put on from all these medications. So it kind of is what it is, I suppose. But anyway, you guys, hang in there. If you have any questions, like I said, put them down below. And I will see you guys at my next video. Be well, you guys.